Yeah, first off, police are telling us that they do have a suspect in custody that they took into custody shortly after that shooting here on Friday at San Francisco's main public library. Today, friends and fellow Urban Alchemy practitioners came back here to the same location as that shooting to pay their final respects to a friend. Before noon, a solemn procession of Urban Alchemy practitioners made their way through the streets they patrol to the site of Friday afternoon's shooting in front of San Francisco's main public library, some overcome with emotion.
Get together, what's that? Who are you?
The victim, 60-year-old Joey Alexander, was rushed to the hospital Friday afternoon following the shooting and died Tuesday from his injuries. His fellow Urban Alchemy practitioners said he'll be missed.
Still processing it. My heart is hurting right now because that was my brother. We've been through thick and thin together. I just this is beautiful. I can't wait for his family to see this and let them know that we had his back.
Police say the gunman pulled a shotgun and fired, shooting Alexander at close range. Urban Alchemy spokesperson Jess Montanejo said Alexander was trying to make the streets safer and asked the gunman to stop doing drugs in front of the library because there were women and children around.
The suspect didn't like that. They exchanged, some words. My understanding is he said Urban Alchemy, pulled a shotgun out of his bag and shot him in the torso area.
Police say San Francisco sheriffs and officers were nearby and responded to the shooting and arrested 42-year-old Edmund Bowen. Bowen is currently in custody awaiting formal charges. Friends and family want to focus on Joey Alexander and the changes he was making in his own life and in the world around him. He'd served time himself, putting him in the unique position of being able to talk to others. His brother said Alexander was working hard to turn his life around.
I guess he wanted to make right for what he done in his past. I do not know, but whatever he was doing, it was the right thing. He loved his job, I know that. He loved his job.
Marvin said his brother leaves behind 2 sons, and he wants him to be remembered for the positive changes he'd made in his own life and in the lives of others.
So I blame popular culture for this man losing his life. I really do. And the reason that I do that is because nobody should ever feel comfortable enough to do drugs in front of a library, especially where you have police officers and different people, public safety officers, that could arrest this guy and prevent him from doing it. I remember there was a time where they was actually giving out free needles in order for people to be safer to use drugs. That was happening under the Biden administration. They advocated against defunding the police. Former Mayor London Breed was also an architect of this type of thing. And so this guy's life was taken needlessly. He didn't have to go. He didn't have to be, killed. And all he was doing was trying to tell this guy, hey, you can't be using drugs in front of the library because women and children and, people, men, I don't care who it is, you can't be doing drugs out here in these streets like that. And so often at times what happens is these programs, which I believe often at times they do get paid. I don't know whether or not Urban Alchemy over in San Francisco, if those people get paid or if they just doing volunteers, but it says that they a job, right? And so what's happening in cities, especially liberal cities across the United States of America, is they are deploying an exceptional amount of funds. They are defunding the police, and they are now employing people like this to go out in the community and say, hey, man, you can't be using drugs out here or, whatever, so on and so forth. And so this is what the defund the police movement is. They wanted more social workers. They wanted more community activists and all of this type of stuff, right? And so, they were saying that these people are more effective than regular police officers in affecting change in the community because they come from the community, they live the life, and it gives them an opportunity to make money while doing something that they love and actually try to get other people and negotiate people off of the streets. Well, this is the other side of it. This is the other side of it, is that they don't have the ability to protect themselves. At any point, somebody can pull out a gun and a shotgun in a backpack and shoot somebody while basically having an open air drug market in the streets of San Francisco. And so this is happening in Chicago. This is happening in multiple different places. And this guy who was an advocate for, doing the right thing after cleaning his life up, salute to him, he met his untimely demise by somebody that probably used to be like him, and now he's no longer here, and he leave behind 2 sons. And as soon as he cleaned his life up, as soon as he started doing the right thing, you got a person that basically pulls a shotgun out of their backpack and takes his life because he don't necessarily care for the fact that he said something to him the way that he said something to him. It's sad. It's really sad.
I want people to remember my little brother for this. Don't look at him for what he's done. Look at him for what he was doing.
The suspect in this case, Edmund Bowen, is still in jail. A charging decision from the district attorney's office is due tomorrow. Bowen is...
He'll probably get let out. No cash bail. Don't worry about it. It's not really that important.
Nonprofit Urban Alchemy is mourning the loss of one of their San Francisco ambassadors who died Tuesday after being shot outside the main public library in Civic Center last week. KRON 4's Stephanie Rothman has more.
On Friday night, Joey Alexander, one of the Urban Alchemy city ambassadors, did what he's done the last 2 years: discourage criminal activity and drug use in San Francisco's roughest areas.
You see this, bro? Are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? Look at this. Look at these people strung out here in San Francisco.
Criminal activity and drug...
Strung the F out, bro. It's just messed up everywhere, bro. It's messed up in all of California and all of these major cities. And they leave trash everywhere. They piss on the streets. They take doo-doos on the street. You basically dodging doo-doo bombs the whole time that you out there. Ugh. This place needs to be cleaned up, bro.
Use in San Francisco's roughest areas. Urban Alchemy spokesperson Jess Montejano says the 60-year-old ex-incarcerated Oakland resident asked a man to stop using drugs outside the main doors of the San Francisco Public Library in Civic Center.
Because there's women and children around, and he didn't want...
It's just public. Open air drug use is just a normal thing in San Francisco.
That, to be seen, just like all of our practitioners do. The suspect didn't like that. They exchanged, some words. Pulled a shotgun out of his bag and shot him in the torso area.
According to San Francisco police, 42-year-old Edmund Bowen was arrested after the shooting. Alexander was taken to the hospital where he died on Tuesday. The district attorney's office plans to upgrade Bowen's charges to murder.
There's definitely some fear, amongst Urban Alchemy practitioners right now. It's very easy to see themselves in Mr. Alexander. It's a tight-knit team.
700 San Francisco Urban Alchemy ambassadors have experienced homelessness, drug use, or been incarcerated themselves. Now they're grieving, holding a memorial outside the library, and later moved the tribute to the Oasis, the main hub for workers in the Tenderloin district.
That was his beat in front of the main library, something that he showed up to work, every day when it was his shift, and they all have shared experience. And that shared experience and the trauma and crisis that they went through individually creates, again, this collective superpower that gives them the motivation and the pride, to give back. Mayor
Lurie also mourned Alexander's death, saying on X in part, quote, "Our ambassadors dedicate their lives to the work of helping those on the street. Joey Alexander gave his life for it." Alexander leaves behind 1 son and 2 older brothers.
It's sad. It's very sad because nobody should be losing a life because they ask somebody to stop using drugs in front of a library in a major city in the United States of America. And this is one of the things that Trump was talking about. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I'll holler at you guys later. Peace.